I want you to close your eyes for a second. We're going to do a little visualization exercise. Imagine a bank.
Okay.
But I want you to just erase the image you have in your head. Erase the brick building on Main Street.
Gone.
Erase the lobby with the stale coffee and the free lollipops. Erase the teller behind the glass, and definitely erase the security guard by the door.
It's getting a little empty in here.
Oh, we're going further. Erase the ATMs.
Okay.
Erase the customer service hotline. In fact, erase the entire concept of business hours.
Right. So no 9 to 5.
None of that.
Yeah.
Instead, I want you to picture an infinite void, just blackness. And floating in this void are endless rows of safety deposit boxes.
Wow.
Millions of them. Billions, maybe. Just stretching out as far as the eye can see in every single direction.
That's a striking image. A bit sci-fi, but, it's actually pretty accurate to what the source material is describing with the blockchain.
And here's the kicker. To use this bank, you don't need a driver's license.
No,
You don't need a social security number. You don't need a credit score. The bank does not care who you are.
Really,
It doesn't even know who you are. The only thing, and I mean the only thing, that lets you open one of those boxes is a special device.
Yes.
A universal remote control.
Right.
If you have that remote, the box opens. You can put money in, you can take money out, you can beam it to some other box on the other side of the void. But if you lose that remote,
Uh-oh.
the box stays locked forever. No locksmith can drill it open. No court order can force it. It is just inaccessible.
Wow.
In the world of cryptocurrency, that remote control is what we call a wallet.
And that analogy is exactly where we need to start, because
Sure.
wallet is probably the most misleading term in the entire industry.
How so?
Well, it implies something familiar,
Huh.
right? A leather pouch for your cash, something passive. But what we are talking about today is fundamentally different. It's an active tool. It's a piece of software or hardware that bridges the gap between you and that infinite digital bank you just described.
And we are looking at a stack of research today that is, it's honestly a bit terrifying.
It can be.
The stakes are incredibly high. The sources make it so clear. If you choose the wrong wallet, or if you make a single typo while you're setting it up, you aren't just losing your pocket change.
No.
You could be incinerating your life savings. Just poof.
And that's not hyperbole. We've spent the last few deep dives talking about the theory of crypto, right? How the blockchain works, the history of money, the Byzantine generals problem.
All the big picture stuff.
Exactly. And that's all very interesting at a cocktail party. But today is where the rubber meets the road.
This is the practical application.
This is the toolkit. We are moving from crypto as a concept to crypto as a reality.
So the mission for this deep dive is, well, it's pretty simple.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to stop the confusion. We're going to dismantle the jargon. We're going to explain the taxonomy of these things and walk through the exact security drills that the experts use. We want to take you, the listener, from being a passive observer to someone who can actually hold these assets safely.
Which is a bigger leap than most people think. A much bigger leap.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Right.
Starting with what a wallet actually is.
Ah.
You said the word is misleading. Why? When I pull my leather wallet out of my pocket, my cash is physically inside it.
Right.
When I open my crypto wallet app on my phone, the screen says to Bitcoin. So,
Why isn't the Bitcoin inside the app?
this is the first hurdle. It's the one everyone trips over. In the physical world, possession is, well, it's physical. The dollar bill is in your pocket. If you drop your wallet in the ocean, the bills are physically gone.
Right. Lost forever.
In crypto, the coins don't exist on your phone. They don't exist on your laptop. They definitely don't exist on that little USB stick.
So where are they? If they're not in my wallet, where on earth are they?
They are on the ledger. They're just entries in a global decentralized database that's maintained by thousands and thousands of computers, we call them nodes, all over the world.
So it's just a line in a spreadsheet, basically. A very, very secure spreadsheet, but yes. When you say I have 2 Bitcoin, what you actually mean is the global ledger has an entry saying address XYZ owns 2 Bitcoin, and I possess the authorization to move them.
Okay, so if the wallet doesn't hold the money, what is it holding? Just the authorization.
Exactly. It stores the keys. To be specific, it stores your private keys.
The remote control.
That's it. Going back to your opening analogy, the wallet isn't the safety deposit box. The wallet has the key ring. It stores the complex cryptographic codes that allow you to sign transactions and prove you own the funds.
The research uses a comparison I found really, really helpful. It compares a crypto wallet to a web browser.
Oh, that's the best way to visualize it. It really is. Think about Google Chrome or Safari on your computer. Does Chrome store the entire internet inside your laptop?
No, of course not. That's absurd. It just displays websites that exist on servers somewhere else.
Precisely. A crypto wallet is a browser for the blockchain. When you open an app like MetaMask or Trust Wallet, it isn't counting digital coins stored inside your phone's memory chips.
It's looking something up.
It's sending a query out to the blockchain network. It asks, hello, what is the balance of this specific address? The blockchain answers, and the wallet just expands on the way. It paints that number on your screen for you to see.
Okay, this explains something for me. This explains why I can delete the app from my phone and not lose my money.
Right. If you delete Chrome, you don't delete the internet, do you?
No, you just lose your window into
You
it.
just lost your window. As long as you have the key, your remote control, you can just download a new browser, punch in the code, and boom, you can view your money again.
But there's a flip side to this browser idea, isn't there? A browser is passive. I just use it to read the news. But a wallet lets me send money. It lets me actually do things.
That's where the analogy needs a little upgrade. It's a browser with a signing pen attached.
A signing pen.
This is the signing machine concept. When you decide you want to send money, you aren't moving files around. You're creating a petition. You're writing a message to the network that says, I would like to move 1 Bitcoin from my box to this other box.
And the network just takes my word for it.
The network trusts no one. That's the whole point. It says, prove you own it.
Okay, so how do I prove it?
Your wallet takes that request, it digitally stamps it with your private key, which is this massive unguessable string of alphanumeric characters, and then it broadcasts that message to the whole network.
And the network can read that signature.
The network looks at the signature, it mathematically verifies it against your public key, which everyone can see, and it says, okay, the math checks out. The person with the secret key signed this, move the funds.
So the wallet is a secure interface for taking action. It's a tool for creating cryptographic proof.
Correct. And this leads to a massive aha moment for a lot of people, and it's all about interoperability.
What do you mean?
Since the money is on the network and the wallet is just a window, you can use different windows to look at the same money.
I read this in the source material and I had to double check it because it just sounded wrong. It says I can take my secret backup code, the feed phrase, and plug it into 3 different apps at the same time.
You absolutely can. You could have, say, Trust Wallet on your iPhone, Exodus on your desktop computer, and a hardware wallet locked in your safe. If they are all set up with the same seed phrase, they are all controlling the exact same funds.
It's like logging into your email from your phone and your laptop. You see the same inbox.
It's the perfect analogy, but, and this is a big but,
There's always a but.
just because you can do it doesn't mean you should.
Why not? I mean, it sounds really convenient.
It is convenient, but in security, convenience is almost always the enemy. Every single time you type that seed phrase into a new device or a new piece of software, you are expanding your attack surface.
Attack surface. That's a military term.
It applies perfectly here.
Yeah.
You're giving hackers more doors to try and break down, more windows to peek through. If you have your keys on your phone, your laptop, and your tablet, and your laptop gets a virus,
You're compromised.
you're compromised. It doesn't matter how secure your phone is if the laptop leaks the keys to the whole world.
So the goal is to limit the number of windows we open.
Generally, yes. One very secure, very clean window is much, much better than 5 dirty ones.
This brings us neatly to the different types of windows we can use. The sources call this the Great Wallet Taxonomy. It sounds like biology class.
It is a bit like that, yeah. Kingdom, phylum, species. To make any sense of the market, we have to classify them.
So how do we do that?
We usually divide them along 2 main axes. First, there's connectivity. Is it hot or is it cold? And second, there's the platform. Is it mobile? Is it on your desktop? Or is it a piece of hardware?
Okay, hot and cold are terms you hear constantly. Let's clarify. Hot doesn't mean it's popular, right?
No, not at all. Hot simply means the device that is holding the private keys is connected to the internet. If the keys live on a device that can reach Google, it's a hot wallet. Simple as that.
And cold then means it's offline.
Completely air-gapped. No internet connection whatsoever. The keys live on a device that physically cannot touch the web.
Okay, let's look at the most common species first. The mobile wallet. This is just an app you download from the App Store, right?
Exactly. Examples would be something like Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, Rainbow, Exodus. These are all hot wallets.
And who are these for? Who's the target user?
These are your checking accounts. They're for daily drivers. The user experience, the UX, is usually fantastic. They use your phone's Face ID. They look like your normal banking app. They're super intuitive.
Okay, concept but coming.
But because they are on a phone, and phones are constantly online, constantly downloading data from emails and messages, constantly on public Wi-Fi at the coffee shop, the security risk is, let's call it, medium.
Medium sounds. Okay. Not good enough.
It's acceptable for carrying spending cash. Think about it this way. You wouldn't walk around with your entire life savings in your back pocket in cash, would you?
No, of course not.
You carry lunch money, maybe a bit more. That's how you should treat a mobile wallet. If your phone gets compromised or you click a bad link in a text message, those keys are vulnerable.
Okay. Moving up the risk ladder, or maybe down it, depending on how you see it, we have browser extension wallets. Wow. These are the little icons that live up in the corner of Chrome or Firefox. MetaMask is the big one here, the one everyone knows.
The little fox icon. Yep. These are the engines of Web3. If you want to trade on a decentralized exchange like Uniswap, or you want to buy an NFT on OpenSea, or play a blockchain game, you almost always need a browser wallet.
How do they work?
They essentially inject the blockchain capability directly into the website you're visiting. They bridge the gap.
But the sources seemed very, very wary of these. The tone shifted to caution with a capital C.
For very good reason. The web browser is the Wild West. It is, without a doubt, the most hostile environment on your computer.
Why?
It's where phishing links live. It's where malicious scripts run in the background. It's where you accidentally download malware from a bad ad. Storing your private keys inside the browser is it's like storing your house key in the mailbox. It's accessible, but it's really, really dangerous.
So if mobile is medium security, browser extensions are what? Low to medium?
I'd say low to medium, leaning towards low. It's the easiest target for a hacker.
So where do we go for actual safety, for peace of mind?
We go to the hardware wallet. This is category 3. These are the cold wallets. The real deal.
And these are the physical gadgets. They look like fancy USB sticks or maybe car key fobs.
That's them. Ledger, Trezor, Cold Card, Tangem. There are a few big brands. These are the gold standard for security.
Okay, explain the magic here. If I plug a Trezor into my laptop, and my laptop has a key logging virus on it, why doesn't the virus just jump onto the Trezor and steal my keys?
Because of the architecture of the device itself, the hardware wallet is a separate, tiny computer with its own very limited operating system. It usually contains a specific chip called a secure element.
A secure element.
Right. And when you plug it in, it doesn't expose its file system to the laptop. It's not like a normal thumb drive where you can just drag and drop files onto it.
Okay, so how does the transaction actually happen? If the key never leaves the device, how does the network know that I signed it?
It uses a kind of pass note system. The laptop creates the transaction details. Send 1 BTC to Bob at this address, and it passes that note through the USB cable to the hardware wallet.
So the note goes to the wallet?
Yes. The hardware wallet wakes up, it shows you the transaction details on its own tiny trusted screen, and it asks for your physical confirmation.
So I have to physically press the buttons on the device itself?
Exactly. You press the 2 buttons to confirm. The device then signs the note internally using the private keys that never, ever leave its secure chip. And it passes the signed note back to the laptop. The laptop then just broadcasts that signed message.
So the keys never touch the laptop's memory? Not for a second?
Never. Even if your laptop is totally infested with keyloggers and screen capture malware, they can't see what's happening inside the hardware wallet's secure element. They just see gibberish going in and gibberish coming out.
That sounds pretty much impenetrable.
Look, nothing is 100% impenetrable, but for a consumer device, this is as close as you are ever going to get. The downside is that it introduces friction. You have to find the device, plug it in, type a PIN on these tiny buttons. It's a bit annoying.
But the friction is the point.
The friction is the feature, exactly. It prevents you, or a hacker who has remote access to your computer, from moving money instantly. It forces a pause. It makes you think. We call that sleep-at-night security.
There is one more category I saw mentioned, almost like a history lesson in the source material. Paper wallets.
Ah, the dinosaurs, yes. A paper wallet is literally a piece of paper with a private key and a QR code printed on it.
It sounds incredibly secure. I mean, paper can't be hacked by the Russians, right?
That's true. But paper burns.
Good point.
Ink fades. Water dissolves it. And the biggest problem, the real Achilles heel, is that to use the money, you eventually have to sweep that key into a piece of software. You have to use your phone's camera to scan the QR code.
And at that exact moment,
At that exact moment, you are exposing your cold key to your hot phone or computer. The air gap is gone.
So it's perfectly safe until the moment you want to use it, and then it becomes incredibly unsafe.
Correct. It's deprecated. It's obsolete technology. Do not use paper wallets. Just buy the hardware.
Okay, message received loud and clear. We have the landscape, hot, cold, mobile, hardware. Now, I want to do something that the sources really recommend. I want to role play the setup process.
Let's do it.
Because reading about it is one thing,
Yeah.
but the anxiety of actually doing it for the first time is something else.
For sure. So let's do it. Assume you are setting up a mobile wallet, since that's where most people start their journey.
Okay. I grab my iPhone. I go to the App Store. I type in Trust Wallet in the search bar.
Stop.
What did I do?
You just failed the first test.
I searched for the name of the app. That's how I find every app I've ever downloaded.
And you might have just downloaded a very convincing scam. This is the download trap. Scammers are incredibly sophisticated. They buy ads on the App Store, so their fake app appears at the very top of the search results.
No way.
Yes! They create apps with the exact same logo, the same screenshots, and a name that's almost identical, like Trust Wyatt, with 2 capital I's instead of L's.
That's just devious.
And if you download that fake app and you either import your seed phrase or you send money to it, you are sending your money directly to the scammer. It's gone.
So what is the correct protocol? How do I know I'm getting the real thing?
You need a chain of trust. You go to the official website, trustwallet.com, for example. You check the URL carefully for any typos. Then you click the official download on the App Store link from their website.
Ah, so the website acts as the verifier.
Precisely. That ensures you're going to the legitimate, verified app listing.
Okay, that's a pro tip right there. So I've done that. I have the real app now. I open it. It asks me to create a passcode or use Face ID. I do that. Now, a question. Does that Face ID protect my crypto on the blockchain?
No, not at all. That only protects the app on your specific phone. It's to stop your roommate or your kid from grabbing your unlocked phone and seeing how much money you have. It has absolutely nothing to do with the actual blockchain encryption.
Got it. Okay, now. The app is getting serious. The screen goes dark. It says secret phrase, do not share. And then it shows me 12 words, something like Apple, River, Galaxy, Future.
This is it. This is the sacred moment. This is what the technical notes call the BIP 39 standard.
Or BIP 39. What's that?
It stands for Bitcoin Improvement Proposal 39. It was a standard created to make private keys human-readable. Before this, a private key just looked like a string of 64 random characters.
Impossible to write down correctly.
Humans are terrible at transcribing that. One typo, one mistaken O for 0, and the money is gone forever.
So they turn this long string of code into words.
Yes. There is a specific, standardized list of 2,048 English words. The math behind the scenes converts your complex private key into a unique sequence of 12 or 24 of these words.
And these words, they are the money. Is that the right way to think about it?
Mathematically, yes. Those words are a human-readable representation of your master private key. If you have those words, you can access the funds from any compatible device anywhere in the world. And if I have those words,
That you can access my phone.
then I can access your funds.
Okay, so I should probably screenshot them so I don't lose them.
Absolutely not. That is the #1 cardinal sin of crypto security.
Why? I mean, it's just so convenient.
Where does a screenshot go? It goes to your Photos app. And where does your Photos app get backed up to?
To iCloud or Google Photos?
Exactly. Now, your master key, the key to your entire digital bank vault, is on a server owned by Apple or Google. If your iCloud password gets hacked, the hacker now has your keys. In fact, there is malware designed specifically to scan photo libraries looking for screenshots of text that resemble seed phrases.
That is genuinely terrifying. So no digital record.
No, 0. No screenshots. No typing it into a Google Doc or the Notes app. No emailing it to yourself, ever.
So I'm back to the Stone Age. Just a pen and a piece of paper.
Pen and paper. Or if you want to get fancy, you can buy a little kit to stamp the words onto a metal plate so it's fireproof and floodproof. But it must be analog. It must be offline. This is your air gap. You write them down. You number them 1 to 12.
It feels so fragile. I'm literally holding the future of finance on a Post-it note.
And you need to treat that Post-it note like it's a bar of gold, because in a very real sense, that's what it is.
Okay, I've written them down. I've double-checked them. Now the app is quizzing me. It's saying, what was word #4? What was word #9?
This is the verification step. It's a fantastic design feature. The app is forcing you to prove that you actually wrote the words down and didn't just foolishly click skip. It's saving you from yourself.
I passed the quiz. The dashboard opens. It says $0. I have successfully become my own bank.
Congratulations, you are now sovereign. No government can freeze this account. No bank can decide to close it. But also, no customer support line can help you if you mess up.
Right. That's the double-edged sword. So let's look at this dashboard. It's a bit overwhelming at first. I see a long string of numbers and letters at the top, something like 0 by 71C, and so on.
That is your public address. Think of that like your email address or your bank account number, your IBAN. It is completely safe to share.
Really?
Yes, you can put it on a billboard, you can tweet it, you can print it on a t-shirt. That is the destination people use to send money to you.
Okay, so just to be crystal clear, public address is like my email address. The private key, which is the seed phrase, is my password.
That is the perfect way to think about it. You can share your email address with the whole world, but you never, ever, ever share your password.
Okay. Now, next to that, I see a drop-down menu that says Ethereum.
Stop right there.
Yeah.
This is probably the biggest and most costly stumbling block for new users, the network issue.
Why is it such an issue?
Because there isn't just one single blockchain. There are many blockchains. Bitcoin is its own network. Ethereum is a network. Solana is a network. Polygon is a network. Think of them like different countries with different languages and different rail systems. They're not automatically compatible.
So I can't just send Bitcoin to an Ethereum address.
No. If you try, best case scenario, the wallet is smart enough to stop you because the address format looks wrong. But worst case scenario, the funds are sent into the void. They get stuck in a format that the destination network cannot read or access. They're just burned, gone.
So I always have to double-check which country I'm in before I do anything.
Always. Every single time you send or receive, you have to ask yourself, am I on Ethereum mainnet? Am I on the base network? Am I on Polygon? You have to tune your radio to the right station before you can broadcast or listen.
Okay, I'm tuned in. I'm on Ethereum. I see a list of tokens, BTC, ETH, USDC. What if a friend sent me a different coin, but I don't see it on the list? Did they lose it?
Don't panic. This happens all the time. Remember, the wallet is just a browser. Sometimes the browser just hasn't indexed that specific token yet, especially if it's a less common one. The money is safe on the blockchain.
So what do I do?
You might just need to click a button that says import token or add custom token and paste in its contract address. You're basically telling the wallet, hey, please look for this specific coin at this address, and then it will appear.
That's a relief. And lastly, there's a history tab.
Right. It'll show you sent, received, swapped, and this data is being pulled directly from the immutable ledger. It's your permanent, unchangeable receipt for everything that's ever happened with your account.
Okay, so we have the wallet. We know how to read the dashboard, but it's empty. It says 0. We need to put some money in it. The source material outlines 3 main methods for funding.
Right. There's the CEX withdrawal, the direct buy, and good old peer-to-peer.
Okay, CEX withdrawal. CEX stands for centralized exchange. So this means buying on a big platform like Coinbase or Binance and then sending it to my new private wallet.
This is the most common path for beginners. You use the big regulated exchange as the on-ramp because they are connected to the traditional banking system and can take your dollars. Then you evacuate the funds to your self-custody wallet for safety.
Then there's the direct buy. I see a big buy button right inside my new wallet app.
And that's all about convenience. But convenience comes at a cost. These integrations, services like MoonPay or Ramp, they work really well, but they usually charge much higher fees than the big exchanges. You're paying for the luxury of not having to leave the app.
And the third way, peer-to-peer.
This is the purest form. This is the original vision. I give you $50 cash or buy you dinner, and you send me $50 worth of Bitcoin directly from your wallet to mine. No KYC, know your customer forms, no banks, no corporate intermediaries. That is a cypherpunk dream right there.
Now let's talk about moving money out. Let's say I've saved up and I want to send funds to my new super secure hardware wallet. I have, say, $10,000 to move. The source material mentions a specific habit, the test send.
This is non-negotiable. This is the single most important habit you can possibly learn. It separates the pros from the victims.
Walk me through it. I have $10,000 ready to go. I'm nervous.
You should be nervous. It's a lot of money, and a lot can go wrong. Computer clipboards can be hijacked by malware that swaps the address you copied for a hacker's address the moment you hit paste.
I've heard of that.
Or you could just be tired and accidentally select the wrong network from the drop-down menu. A single click.
So what do I do?
You send
$10.
out of 10,000.
Just $10.
Or 5.
Or 1. You send a tiny amount, You pay the transaction fee, then you sit on your hands and you wait. You watch the receiving wallet.
Yeah.
Does the $10 arrive?
Let's say it does. It pops up on my hardware wallet.
Okay. Now you have proof. You know the address is correct. You know the network is correct. You know the path is clear between point A and point B. Now, and this is critical, you go back and you use the exact same address details. Most wallets have a recent or whitelisted address list. Use that, don't copy-paste again. And now you send the remaining $9,990. But I have to pay the transaction fee, the gas fee, twice. That might cost me an extra $5 or $10.
Is it worth paying an extra $5 to ensure a $10,000 transaction?
When you put it that way, it's an absolute no-brainer.
I've been in this space for a long, long time. I know people who move millions of dollars. They always do a test send. Always. Only reckless people or people who are brand new try to send the whole stack on the first click.
That is solid, solid advice. Now, speaking of things going wrong,
Yeah.
the source material has a great section called emergency drills. We need to role play the worst case scenarios.
Let's do it. This is Disaster Recovery 101.
Okay, scenario A. The lost phone. I get out of a taxi in Las Vegas. I realize my phone is still on the back seat. It's gone forever. What's my panic level?
Your panic level is low. Surprisingly low.
Low. My wallet is on there, all my crypto.
Remember the bank analogy, you lost the remote control. You didn't lose the vault. The vault is on the blockchain. So what you do is you go to the Apple Store, you buy a new phone, you download Trust Wallet again, you tap the button that says I already have a wallet, and you calmly type in your 12 magic words from that piece of paper you stored safely.
And what happens?
And your balance is there, instantly. It never moved. It was never on the old phone in the first place.
That honestly feels like magic.
It is. However, there is one security footnote here. If your old phone had a really weak PIN like 1234, and the person who finds it guesses the PIN, he can open your app and send your funds. So the best practice is restore the wallet on the new phone and then immediately move all the funds to a brand new wallet with a brand new seed phrase. You burn the old identity.
Okay, that makes sense. Scenario B, the lost seed phrase. My house has a small fire. The paper my words were on is gone, just ash. But I still have my phone, and the app is logged in and working fine.
Panic level. HIGH. This is a code red emergency.
Why? I can still access my money. I can still send and receive.
You are living on borrowed time. You are one bad software update, one dropped phone, one accidental app deletion away from being locked out forever. The moment that phone dies or logs you out, you have no backup. The money is effectively gone.
So what is the move?
Immediate evacuation. Do not pass fund. Go. Do not collect $200. You create a fresh new wallet on a different device or even just a different app on the same phone. You write down the new seed phrase, check it 3 times, and you send every last cent from the compromised wallet to the new secure one. Then you abandon the old wallet. It is dead to you.
Wow. Okay, last one, scenario C, the wrong address. I'm trying to send money to you, but I mistype a character or that clipboard malware gets me and I paste the wrong thing. I hit send, it's confirmed.
Panic level. Absolute. Total.
Can I call the Bitcoin manager? Is there a fraud department I can report this to?
There is no manager. There is no customer service. There is no undo button. The blockchain is immutable. That means unchangeable. Once that transaction is confirmed in a block, it is written in digital stone for all of eternity.
So the money is just gone.
It is either in the wallet of a complete stranger who has no legal or technical obligation to return it, or it has been burned, sent to an address that mathematically cannot be accessed by anyone. It's destroyed.
Which brings us right back to the test send.
It is the only cure for scenario C. Prevention is the only cure.
This is heavy stuff, but it's empowering too in a strange way. It's adult money. You have total freedom, but you also have total responsibility.
That is the trade-off. That is the very heart of self-custody.
So let's wrap up with what the sources call wallet hygiene, a checklist of best practices. How do we keep our digital keyring clean and safe?
A few rapid-fire rules. First, and most importantly, separation of concerns. Do not keep your life savings in your daily spending wallet.
The vault versus the wallet concept.
Exactly. Have a cold storage vault, that's your hardware wallet, that you rarely touch. You put your long-term savings there. Then you have a hot wallet on your phone with maybe $100 to $200 for playing around, buying coffee, or testing out new apps. If the phone wallet gets hacked, you lose lunch money. You don't lose the house.
Rule number 2, disconnect.
This is mostly for the browser extension users, the MetaMask crowd. When you connect your wallet to a website, say, to mint an NFT, you are creating a digital handshake. You are giving that site certain permissions to see your balance and suggest transactions for you to sign.
Okay.
When you are done, disconnect. Go into your wallet settings and revoke those permissions. Don't leave the door open just because you're lazy. There are exploits where compromised websites can drain funds from wallets that are still connected to them.
And the final rule, which seems to be more about social engineering, ignore DMs.
This is the golden rule of crypto social media. If you ever go on Twitter or Discord and you post, "Help, I have a problem with my wallet," you will receive 50 direct messages within seconds.
Hello, kind sir. I am from support. Please click this link to validate your wallet.
They are all predators, every single one of them. No legitimate wallet company, not MetaMask, not Ledger, not Coinbase, will ever DM you first to offer support. They will never ask for your seed phrase. If anyone asks for your 12 words to synchronize or revalidate your wallet, they are trying to rob you.
So you block them, report them.
Immediately, without a second thought.
One last thing on the hardware front. The sources mention a hardware threshold. At what point should I stop just using my phone and actually go buy the $100 device?
The rule of thumb is purely financial. A good hardware wallet costs between, say, $70 or $150. If the value of your crypto portfolio is significantly higher than the cost of the device, let's say you have $500 or $1,000 in crypto, it's time to buy the device. It is a very small price to pay for that level of security. If you have $5,000 in crypto sitting on a hot wallet on your phone, you are being negligent.
This has been a massive, massive download of information, but I really think we've achieved the mission here. We've moved from wallet as a mystery to wallet as a tool.
I think we have. We've opened the toolkit.
So to recap the big points, wallets are browsers, they are not vaults. The seed phrase is the master key, and you have to keep it analog.
Pen and paper.
Test sends are non-negotiable for large amounts, and hardware is the gold standard for any serious money.
That's the summary right there. You've got it.
And before we sign off, there is a piece of homework in the source material. And I love this because it sounds kind of crazy at first.
A fire drill. It's essential.
Here is the challenge for you, the listener. Go download a reputable mobile wallet, set it up, write down the seed phrase very carefully, and then send like $5 worth of crypto to it.
Just a small, insignificant amount.
And then delete the app. Completely uninstall it from your phone.
Wipe it, make it gone.
Then take a deep breath. Go back to the App Store, reinstall the app, select I already have a wallet, and type in your 12 words.
So why do we do this? What's the point? It's to prove to yourself that the math works. You need to feel that little moment of panic when the app is gone, and then that incredible rush of relief when the funds reappear because you had the words. It builds true, deep confidence in the system. You realize the money isn't in the app, it's in the words you're holding.
That's a great exercise. I'm going to try that tonight.
You should. It's an eye-opening experience.
That wraps up our deep dive on wallets. Next time, we are stepping out of our private bank and into the public marketplace. We're going to talk about exchanges, the big centralized beasts of the crypto world. Coinbase, Binance, Kraken. How do they work? And why did FTX collapse so spectacularly?
Oh, that is a whole other can of worms. A much bigger one.
It sure is. Until then, keep your seed phrase off the internet, use a pen, and stay safe out there. Thanks for listening.
Stay safe, everyone.